Hello and welcome back to Trouble with Pirates, Part 2. I mean Part 2, I'm always having trouble with pirates. Trouble in Spain and future trouble in Egypt. But that's trouble I'm going to start for the first time in like 20 years. It's the first war that I've declared, because the Spanish declared war on me and the Numidians declared war on me, and well, the guy declared war on the Carthaginians, but that's long gone past history, that is. So what I realised is I've got quite a bit of money, which is something I'm not used to having, so there's no mercenaries to hire. Oh wait, there's mercenaries to hire. No. Not good enough. But I thought spending it on ships might not be a bad idea. Because there's 400, well not 400 ships, 4 ships with 400 people on in total. They just appeared out of nowhere, so I'm going to try and, you know, take these ships out of harm's way. Or at least into a different kind of harm's way. If I'm lucky, I might actually try to blockade that port there, because although I'm not friends with the Senate right now, never been friends with the Senate, not since twice in a row they didn't give me any Senate officers. That works, doesn't it? Twice in a row they didn't, yeah. Oh, but they give the Brutii, they love the Brutii, they're giving us all sorts of officers. Yeah, I'm the one that's conquered Africa. What do I get? Squat, apart from Africa. That's all I get. So I was doing, oh yeah, spending money. Oh, that's a good way of doing it. That's fine, that's fine. You can build a market. You're fine. You can build some roads. You're already building something. I don't know if I trust that place to last long enough to put the kind of substantial investment in. I could put a ship right in. It's a slight improvement in trade. Not kind of what I'm looking for, but what else have we got? What I was going over is building some walls. That's smashing. Oh, I also noticed that when I get to it, Oscar is doing a lot of recruiting of peasants that I just don't need. So I'm thinking Roman cavalry and archer auxilia. Because I also realised that's only got 4 garrison troops, and it was 2, wasn't it? And that's got 4 in. And I want to take that before the damn Julii go in there and, you know, get in the way. My good friend and ally, the damn Julii. Sorry. Where was I? Oh, I said Oscar. What's... They're fine, they're building stuff. They can't build anything. Oh, no, that's fine. Having fun with the hotkeys there. And I've still got some money left over, so let's invest in an army. Because that's kind of humiliating. That's a rebel army there that could, if it wanted to, take out the Libyaeum. So I'm thinking ballista, because I've realised just how good they are. They're great. Legionary cohort there. Some Roman cavalry there. Another legionary cohort there. And that's all the money spent. They don't look like they're going to do anything apart from get in the way. I mean, are they going to head to Carthago Nova? Also, how many movement points does he have? Quite a few. Now, if he has just a regular auxiliary and a light auxiliary, that ought to be enough to defend it against quite a sustained attack. He told himself. If we group these ships all together, that'll be a bit of a waste, really. Now, I've got an army there, but I don't know what to do with it. I might take it up to reinforce the army in Scalabus, because this army in Cordoba can look after itself with these two fellas there. But I don't want to get too close to those pirates. How's things looking on this front? Ooh, an army of spies is arriving. Where's the army of, like, armies? They'll be there in 2.5 turns. With no ballastas, so they can't take Alexandria immediately, which might cause a bit of a diplomatic incident. Anyway, yes, sorry about the delay in the last video put up, what was it, 5 days ago? That feels like a delay. Oh. Oh wait, that's somewhere different.
Ready to sail. Fleet ready.
Why? Because the Senate told me to. And I'm just as subservient. Play against Scalabus, as you do. They don't like me much. Oh yeah, I was making excuses, that was it, yeah. I had a bit busy weekend where I didn't have the wherewithal, or the best way to describe it, to make a Let's Play. Now here's something I might try. I say might try, I am going to try. We'll leave behind those Hastati. I'm going to park them on that bridge. Oh, then they ought to get over themselves. Fine, but if I lose this battle, that's Cordoba's fault. Oh, there's a barbarian mercenary behind. We've given them the plague again! Oh, jeez. That was a bad idea. Damn it. Okay. They're going to try and lure these people into a battle. Now, I'm defending a bridge, and they're quite easy battles to defend. You can get some quite heroic victories defending bridges. Yeah, I've had a rough weekend, and then sort of my voice has been all not all alcohol related. I think I came down with a cold and then got over it pretty quickly. Or maybe I'm just like in a staying period between cold and not cold. I've already clicked on Sparta. What's going on? Why don't I get some training buildings here so I can actually put up a sustained fight? Oh, I apologise, last video's Teddy Roosevelt, I thought. It's completely unnecessary, and for that I apologise. For nothing, here's a story about his attempted assassination attempt, which I found absolutely fascinating. In the 1912 election campaign, when the Republican Party wouldn't nominate him, he formed his own damn party, because that's what Teddy Roosevelt does. Progressives, popularly known as the Bull Moose Party, because he called himself a Bull Moose, which I imagined he meant as a compliment. Ooh, sneaky. Yeah, I'm up to no good. I've got a fat face. Oh yes. Partway through in Milwaukee, I was doing some campaigning. He was shot in the chest. It went through his glasses case. The bullet went through his glasses case, through his 60-page speech notes, speech notes,
Ready to sail.
and
Yes, Captain. Moves defeated, sir.
they just kept on talking. That was weird. Hit his chest, went into his chest. Realising that he wasn't coughing up blood, he realised he hadn't punctured his lung. So he got up and spoke for another 90 minutes before finally getting off stage and going to hospital. And saying that's what happens when you try to assassinate Teddy Roosevelt. That's far better than James Garfield's assassination attempt when he got shot. That was fatal, by the way. When he got shot, he closed his chest and went, "What is this?" I think it must be a Standard Times. You know, the 19th century, early 20th century. What the devil? Of course, I want to say it in quite such an accent as that. I spent so much time sort of telling that story, I've kind of lost track of where I am now.
Fleet ready. Yes, Captain. Ready to sail.
If I group them all together, they might stand a bit of a chance.
Ready to sail. Orders. General. Sir. Orders. Ready to sail.
They don't stand a chance. Okay, let's see what happens next. Oh wait, what's happening in Sparta? I want a ballista, because now I'm big into ballistas now. After like 2 videos ago I said I didn't much fancy them. I'm all over them now. More pirates. And all I can build is biremes. But very, very good for like making a sneak attack on the settlement with only wooden walls around it. Just jump in, capture the place, and then nobody knows quite what you've done.
Aye, Captain. Fleet ready. Fleet ready.
How much of that army needs to stay there? All of it? Okay, that's fine. Let's see what happens next turn. I'm thinking a big battle with the... Ooh. Seleucids. I thought they'd gone. What can you tell me about yourself? Oh, they've almost gone. Being wiped out by the Parthians. Which, by the way, next Let's Play coming up, simultaneously with this one, I'm playing the Parthians in painting the world a lovely shade of pink. Writing Ascalibus, like I give a damn. Nope. Rising in Cadopa, like I give a damn. The Spanish armies have gone missing. Missing presumed troublesome.
Aye, Captain. Fleet ready. Fleet ready.
Okay, what's going on here?
Aye, Captain.
I've knocked one of them down. Sent mission successful. Games will be thrown at the Senate's expense. Smashing. Going to blockade the port of Asturika. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem. I'll get right on that.
General.
Just plague everywhere. Make up the numbers with some mercenaries. Those cowardly Spaniards. Public orders 10%. Okay, fine. Fine. I won't go on another rampage through central Spain. I've got to stay there and babysit Cordova because we've got the plague from some barbarian mercenaries. Ugh. Right. How about this little outburst there? It is pretty frustrating though. I'm trying to conquer Spain here. I've got pirates up here, making themselves a nuisance.
Ready to sail. Ready to sail.
I might just be able to combat them.
Captain.
Oh, and they're both revolting. That's making 0 income, exactly. That's rare enough. Death stalks the land. Don't care. They deserve it. City grows Lilybarium. That's going to be expensive. Although it does mean they've got 3 huge cities now. 2 huge cities now. Wait, Capua was a huge city, isn't it? No? Yes? Yes, that's a huge city. Although for all the good it's done, I'm still walking around with slowly diminishing early Republican units. Also a disadvantage I've found is that because I had the Marian reforms so early, all the other Roman factions are now churning out all these these legions, these really good, really decent legions. And that means when the inevitable war happens, I'll have to come across all these sort of well-trained, well-equipped troops. Whereas if you're, say, I think if you play as Brutii, you're the last people to get. When the human player's playing as the Brutii, you have to wait a long time before you get the Marian reforms. In my experience, anyway. At which time you've already built up all the infrastructure, so you can start straight away. If you're quick, you've also taken most of Asia Minor. Yeah, so if you're quick, so straight away you can churn out all these sort of fancy legions, park them up to Rome, start the war, and then you'll be fighting the other Roman factions who've still got Hastati and Principes, which compared to the later legions are useless.
Ready to sail.
So, well, this term wasn't entirely a waste.
Imperator. Attack. Besieging settlements, sir.
Soon we'll get to see some legions in action.
Sir. Fleet ready.
What's going on in Memphis?
Your Honor.
Public Order 70. Ooh. 60% chance. Okay.
At your service.
Look, stop doing that. 43%.
Yes, master.
Hmm.
At your service.
I don't like those odds. I don't mind those odds there. Faction heir, faction member.
At your service.
Public Order's 90 there.
At your service.
He needs to get his spying skill up, he's rubbish.
At your service. Searching for clues.
Because a diplomat there, it's undiplomatic. As I improved his skill, it's better I'd done. Managed Doma, skill increase. There we go, it's 3-star now, so that's up to a 75% chance of success, which is still awful, by the way.
Searching for clues.
Why do I bother? So, also, because this week is going to be Let's Play week, because I've got all the time in the world to start talking into a camera, I'm also going to do Barbarian Invasion Let's Play, as the Saxons. Because, why not? It's my Let's Play series, I can pick the faction, and yeah, that's what I'm picking. I'm so worried about that Spanish army. I've got a feeling it's heading up to Scalabus. And if it is, I don't know what I'm going to do. Can you hire any decent mercenaries? No.
General.
What about this fella? No. Okay, that's that turn again where nothing's happened. Built up the army there. I don't know for what purpose. I'm hoping to take it to Salamis. But I don't think I have the wherewithal for a full-blown war with the Egyptians. I mean, I'm happy to sort of topple the cities one by one. But I'd rather like have like fleets and fleets of armies. Fleets and fleets of ships carrying armies over. I think 3 armies full with full siege equipment can take down Egypt fairly quickly. Also, can I do something about those rebels? Because that's embarrassing. Euphrates, Town Militia, Rebel General, Iberian Infantry. They're a bit far from home, aren't they? That's everything spent then. Not doing any more wardogs. I think I've got some wardogs in this army over here. I have, yes. So when this battle takes place, I'm going to judge them. And they'll be found wanting. No. No. Ooh, you're good. Oh, somebody's besieging somewhere. Scalabus. Didn't I know it? Okay, there's 4 ships there with about 300 men on. I'm going to drop that army off.
Set sail! Off the boats! Imperator! Ready to sail!
Wants to know why those people can't travel a bit further. Ooh.
Ready to sail!
You can join in the battle, and you've got some command stars, a lot of command stars to your name.
Set sail! Attack!
No, not yet.
Fleet ready! Ready to sail! Fleet ready! Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Ready to sail! Yes, Captain. Ready to sail! Aye, aye!
Come on, 4 stars. That 4-star admiral.
Prepare for battle!
It's close to defeat at least.
Lines! No more
That's not good enough.
out of move, sir! No more move, sir! Ready to sail! Aye, Captain. Set sail! Move to
I mean, I flatly refuse to send more armies to this front. It's just not happening. I'm going to do it with the troops that can produce in this field and with what troops I've got left over. God, that's going to take a long time with a ballista. How about without a ballista? Or ballista even. Well, yes, but it's an extremely unbalanced army. Yeah, they're building up an army nicely in there. Now that they've heard I'm getting involved, they're probably going to forget about the Julii and just attack me because that's what they do. I've got some kind of persecution complex after this. Death stalks to land, don't care. Ooh. Got a lot of peasants, but not much else. Need you to build some legion barracks. Masana can build catapult range. Yeah, catapult range. Carthage. We've already talked about Carthage. Capua. Oh, look at that. What have the Romans ever done for us? This. That's what. You... I don't even know the purpose of Capua. It's too far away from to be like a troop provider. I'm going to build a wooden wall. Carthage, Oscar, build some public baths. Build some mines. Dimidi. Can't do anything because I've run out of money. It's not like I was going to do anything useful anyway. See, I'm realising this campaign why Scipii is not a popular faction to play. It takes a long time for you to build up any exchequer. If I was a Brutii, by the time I conquered all of Greece, I started in Asia Minor, you'd be swimming in gold. You wouldn't know what to do with it. You'd be spending it faster than you can do with. And the Julii, you only have one front to take care of. You don't have to worry about boats too much. They're kind of optional. But Scipii, you have to deal with boats. You have to deal with Carthage. You have to deal with great big expanses of empty space where enemies can hide everywhere. And you don't get the funds to do it until very late on in the game. I mean, now I'm starting to get some kind of financial... So it totals, yeah, 49,000. Is that 49,000 income and 48,000 expenditure? Plus some 12,000 that's coming in from farming. I don't know what to do with that. I've made heroic defences of cities before.
Aye, Captain. Fleet ready. Ready to sail. Aye, Captain.
Okay, I'm not finishing this one until I've fought at least one battle. Oh, that's convenient. At least one battle. And I want to see these legions in action. Because legions... Okay, let's go. I'm probably well past any kind of 25-minute, half an hour mark. But I'm really stumped in that Spanish situation. It's too far away to really...
Warriors! I have won great renown through leading men to victory. I see no reason.
Okay.
Await my orders.
Now that's a huge city. Can I attack it from another direction? We've got a gate over there, but it's more of a slog to the finish line. I don't like the way this wall caves in though. I think we're going to get a lot of arrow fire. Having said that, that gives me a chance to test out the Testudo formation. I put Hastati forward. There, you can drop the ram. Yes, look at that. That's the stuff, that is. No, I never even checked what troops I'm going against. I know there's chariots in there somewhere. Cavalry Auxilia, Light Auxilia, wardogs. Oh, you can see them baring the teeth. Ooh, very good. They actually might be useful in the chariots to get them to rough them up a bit. Right, let's do this thing. With all these men in very good armour, it's just the men inside the armour that's the problem. Well, as I think I explained in the last video, the main difference between legionary cohorts and early Republican units such as Starti and Principes is that they have high morale, whereas the only early Republican units that do have high morale are Triarii. Oh, do get a move on. There were some skirmishers, peasants, rebel general. Yeah, those wardogs can get involved. I'm sure they won't be a disappointment. I'm sure they won't. Yeah, the feeling that might happen. Still a Hastati, so expendable.
Our soldiers are at the gates.
Also, I think Alexandria has some decent barracks. Well, let's have a look while they're doing that. Where's the trader? Building. So, I'm thinking it's got some pretty decent barracks, so I'll be able to retrain all these legionary cohorts. Look at the music playing as if something interesting's happening. Peasants. Rebel general. Ah, Egyptian chariots.
Our soldiers have done their work well.
The walls are taken.
Broken
Oh,
through
right.
the gate.
What Hastati are still good for are their peeler. When they're not doing whatever it is they're doing. Change places! So what you're going to do is you start firing on them, the AI automatically makes them all run about. Release the hounds. Or the hounds stay there and the owners run forward? The hell is this madness? There we go. Nom. Fantastic. You know what? I've changed my mind on wardogs. They're fantastic. Right, while they're distracted, we can start moving in the, Oh, you can run away now. Legionary cohort, you can, everyone can move forward now. Even the Principes, why not? Because this is an army, not a museum exhibition. Oh, they're good. Well, they're good against peasants anyway. Imagine if you get anything just a little bit more armoured, you're going to be in trouble. Oh, I can fire your peeler again. There we go. Yep, keep going. They're wasting lots of time on those dogs. And the chariots are frightened by dogs. And now the chariots are breaking my Hastati. Okay. Oh, I think I've already mentioned how useless Hastati are. No time for them anymore. Send these legions in to show them how it's done. Clunk, 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 clunk. Oh, where are you going? There we go. Ooh, Libyan rebels. They're a bit out of place in Alexandria. You can set yourself up in defensive mode for all the good it does. And fire your peeler while you're at it. Because if they want to charge through the gates at me, that's fine. I'd rather do it that way than Rather it be that way than the other way around. Well, you can also fire your peeler. Right, the two most dangerous units have now sort of taken themselves out of a safe position. So if we can take these out, everything will be fine and dandy. Because the rest of it's just peasants and peltasts. Yeah, feel free to get involved. Very good. Very good. I like it. Twelve, 8, 9. Oh, there we go. There we go. Good stuff. Okay, slowly move forward, but maintain a defensive stance. Which just seems to be the buzz, like the motto for this campaign. But I just started to feel a bit funny, a bit foolish for running away now. Oh, there's more chariots. There's always more chariots. There we go. One by one. The chariots aren't so bad once they stop moving. There's a lesson to take away from there. And they've kind of stopped advancing. Maybe take them off of defensive mode. Oh, that's better. I've even found time to fire the peeler. Fantastic.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
Oh, very good. Right. Everybody inside. Well, almost everybody. I don't want to exhaust all my troops by just, you know, putting them all involved in this battle. I'm thinking if I leave like 2/3 of the men in reserve, that's 2/3 you can use in the next battle. A fair idea. And it might even have worked, sort of charging them as they're coming through the gates, if it's not been with peasants. Even the Principes can get involved. The wardogs, I thought I told you to run off somewhere. I might even have done better in this battle playing it than leaving it to auto-resolve, which is rare for a siege battle. That's only because they came out and fought me, like idiots. So the two most dangerous units that would have been brutal if they charged it down a corridor. Corridor? A street. They put outside so they can destroy in piecemeal. No, I'm going to move on. Because this is eating up my memory space. I've only got another 300 gigabytes left. Although I have got time to admire the formation. I just need you to move forward in like a devastating Terminator-esque, march forward. I just think it's Terminator-esque. I've got a confession for everybody. I've never actually seen Terminator. Not much of a confession, because it's not like I bang on about Terminator every episode, but I have mentioned him at least 3 times in this sentence alone. It's one of those culturally iconic films everybody's supposed to have watched, but I don't think I have. I think I was I took part in I went to a Disneyland or Universal Studios thing, a Terminator 2 ride of some kind. More like a simulated experience, with the 3D glasses and whatnot. That's all I know about Terminator. I know the basic plot. That's about it there. Very good. Oh, come on, maintain your formation. That's better. Just bunch into a ball. It's a bit of a narrow. There we go. Some chariots getting involved. And it's still alive. For God's sake, finish it off, man. There we go. Yeah, this was a bit of an easy battle, but hopefully I've kept losses to an absolute minimum. Nope, 144. Actually, how many of those are wardogs? 23. Okay. That was quite a heavy loss then. Still, I do think I've kept one of the biggest cities in the game. I bet they're pleased to see me. Of course. $35, $55. Okay, I've got up to 65 and it's losing me 1,549 a turn. Most of that spent on entertainment. And I can't even recruit legionaries there yet. Ah, so I'm happy because it's got no temples in. I think trying to Saturn there might not be a bad idea. Ooh. Pharaoh's Lighthouse, or Pharaoh's Lighthouse. Ooh, very good. It gives my ships a little bit of extra range. I wonder if that's the same for everywhere.
Ready to sail! Ready to sail!
And there we have it, managed to take Alexandria without going to war with the Egyptians. I can't even recruit spies yet. That place is massively underdeveloped. I'm not happy about that at all. I wonder if they're going to attack me for that now. If that's the case, that's one of the most foolish things I've done all campaign, and there's a long list of things that get the award for that. Look at all those peasants. Could send them to Carthago Nova. Oscar needs 12,000. Cordoba needs more population like I need a hole in the head. And, ooh, I could send them to Scalabus. Or what about Sardinia? Well, that's growing nicely on its own. I'll cut the tax rates there. Because it's not like I need the money or anything. What, Parma? That's growing nice enough on its own, that is. We can build a temple to Saturn. And that is about 4 turns worth. So I'm going to call this a day now. Next turn, I'm going to take a step back from the Spanish campaign as I lose an army. And I decorate his hero. And a fine upstanding gentleman. 26-year-old, 2 command stars. Oh, he's confident in defence there. He's got 3 command stars. Okay.
Orders.
I want to try and lure them into a bridge battle, because they're astoundingly good for knocking down enemy armies. Astoundingly good. Anyway, that's all for next video, so I'll see you, well, probably in the very near future, because this is Let's Play week, when I've got the time on my hands to talk in front of a camera. So see you in the very near future. The very near future. Yeah.